I wasn't expecting this curveball. But on top of all of that, my sewing machine. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. It has been a minute since I posted a video. I think 3 weeks, maybe less, I don't know. Feels like forever. And I have had ideas of things to film in the last couple days, but for some reason or another, they just never work out. So I decided to just turn on the camera and we'll chat while I work on prepping this pattern. I'm making an apron for my niece who's turning 5 next weekend. So I've got a week and a half and she doesn't live here, so I need to mail it. So basically I need to get this thing done. I'm using McCall's 6298, which my friend Michelle sent me. And I'm doing view C, which is the cat, but I'm going to modify it a little. There's a cartoon character called Pandy Paws that she likes. She was Pandy Paws for Halloween and she's still into Pandy Paws. So I'm gonna modify just a little bit of how the face looks and the ears to make it Pandy Paws is the plan. So yeah, I'm cutting the pattern out now. So the envelope says one size, but there are multiple sizes. It's 3 through 8. So she's turning 5, but I think I'm gonna cut a 6. I mean, it's an apron, so I don't think it's a huge deal. But I want it to not be too big on her. The only thing it really seemed to change is the length and the width. So maybe I'll just make an 8. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this curveball. That's kind of how things have been going for me. We're gonna chat about life too while I'm working on this. But I was out of town and I got my machine cleaned while I was gone. And I got it back and now it like won't sew on stretch fabrics. A zigzag stitch and a lightning stitch just fall apart. I've changed needles. I've tried different threads. I've tried different fabrics. Wovens are fine. Even a zigzag stitch on the woven is fine as long as I don't get going too fast. But if I try and sew on anything stretch, the thread like shreds or it skips stitches. I've asked friends for help. I've tried Googling and YouTubing, and I have done as much as I can do. So I need to take it back into the place that cleaned it. And hopefully it is just something silly I did. Hopefully I am doing something wrong and it'll be an easy fix. Because I came back, I cut out some easy little fun, like a little dress for Brady and some pajamas and stuff for her that was going to be fun, easy to whip up and, you know, get back into the groove of things. And so now I have like a dress that needs to be hemmed and little bummies that need the elastic casing made and pajamas that need to be hemmed. All the stuff that's like so close to being done, but I can't finish. I am later going to try some stuff. Oh, do you want me to open your dice? There you go. Are you going to go make soup?
Make soup.
Okay. Let me taste it when you're done. When you're all done making soup, can I try it? Good talk. So anyway, I am going to try some different hemming stuff on my serger. And I'm going to try to pull out my old mechanical machine. Because it has a zigzag stitch. I've never sewn knits on it, but like, why not try? But I don't feel like that right now. I've done so much troubleshooting with this issue that I just want to not deal with that. But anyway, I was going to take my machine back into the shop today so they could look at it. But now we have this huge thunderstorm and the shop is 40 minutes away. And I'm not driving 40 minutes each direction for something that is technically frivolous in this kind of weather. So we're here. That's that. Other than that, so I was on vacation in South Carolina with my family, and I got a very scary phone call about a family member not doing well health-wise. So I actually, in the middle of our vacation, flew to Texas just in case I needed to say goodbye, but I didn't. things are better, not great, not fine, not wonderful, but better, and more stable. So I'm going to go back to Texas probably later this month with Brady, my toddler. Yeah, so that's honestly what happened and why it's been a while since I've posted, because I ended up away from home longer than intended. And, it was just scary and threw me off. And, yeah, like I didn't even watch videos really. I would try and turn one on and I couldn't concentrate. I slept in a hospital room for 5 nights. So I got crummy sleep. And, yeah, was just really stressed and worried. Like I said, things are better now. Not perfect, but better. Thankfully I didn't have to say goodbye yet. But yeah, so that was kind of the big thing that led to me being gone from YouTube longer than intended. And then like coming back in my machine, having these issues is, you know, so small in the grand scheme of things, especially compared to the stress of the health issues and everything. But it's just that like that icing on the cake where you're like, can I catch a break? Everything is falling apart. Everything is terrible. And like, it's not, it's really not. Honestly, the most important things are fine. My family is healthy. I know people prayed for my family, which I cannot express how much I appreciate it, because I know it made a difference. But it's just like, can my machine just sew right? Can my machine just do what I need it to do without it being an issue? So, is the soup ready? Can I try it?
Try
Look. Dice soup. Oh, do I need a spoon? Yeah, so, oh, and then my in-laws were here, like, thankfully, because, and the other thing about when this kind of stuff happens, so I flew to Texas. We were already in Charleston, and where we were staying was an hour away. So we were already in Charleston. I booked a flight. I was in the middle of meeting Christine from Christine Sews a Lot, and I had to just be like, I have to go. Like and thankfully she's like the sweetest, kindest person, and she was just like, oh, we'll do this another time. But yeah, so I just left with nothing except my bombastic bag that had like my water bottle in it, and what I was wearing, which was my birthday pants. Funnily enough, they turns out are very comfortable to sleep in, to travel in and sleep in. And then I bought stuff at Target and wore my family's clothes and stuff. But so that happened, and then Adam and Brady flew back, and his parents, who were gonna come stay with us for a little bit anyway, drove because they had their car. They had driven out of South Carolina. So they came down to Mississippi, and thankfully were able to watch Brady while Adam had to work some night shifts, of course. So they were able to watch Brady because I was gone. And then of course she spikes this huge fever. I got up to like 104 and crazy stuff like that. While I was gone, it broke a couple days after I got back. She had it for a long time. We took her in and she didn't test positive for anything, and it did finally resolve itself, but we were giving her meds around the clock to help manage the fever and stuff. But on top of all of that, my sewing machine, small potatoes, but it's just like, and I didn't exercise for like 2 weeks, which also is really important to de-stressing for me. So yeah, but anyway, I did a lot of cross stitching while I was gone because I did happen to have my cross stitch with me. I had worked on it when we were driving up to Charleston to meet Christine, so I happened to have that with me, and I did a ton of cross stitch, but I'll talk about that in Friday Sews. This was just kind of, I don't know, a life catch up and a chatty video. That's the chatting part, I guess. I'm gonna keep cutting this and working on it, and then I'll come back and show you guys kind of how I'm modifying the pattern to make it look like Pandy Paws. I say show you like I already know how I'm going to do it. I have an idea, but we'll probably kind of have to walk through it together. So I will check back in with you guys when I do that. It is actually many hours later. Brady is asleep. Adam is at work. I did end up taking my machine in. The weather cleared up, and since Brady was here with Adam, I went ahead and took my machine over. They said their guy is going to have to look at it, and he'll call me probably next week, which is a bummer because it's Wednesday. So pulled out my first machine, which is also a FOF. And yeah, I'm just doing some practice on her right now. In terms of the pattern, what I did, let me flip you around. Okay, so what I did was I took the pattern piece, I actually just folded it in half and then traced it out, but I modified the ears. I'll insert a picture of what Pandy Paws is supposed to look like. I'm sure I already have, but I'll put her up again so you can see. She has more rounded ears and they're a little bit more towards the center, and then I kind of traced out where the applique is going to go for her face, and I don't know where it is. Oh, I have these pieces that are the applique for her inner ears and everything like that, because the pattern piece they provide is for the triangular ears. This does give me a good reference of where the seam allowance is. So originally I had cut them this big, but then I realized that they would be in the seam allowance. So I'm kind of working on paring those down. And now, yeah, I'm just cutting all the applique pieces for the face and the stomach. And then I'm putting them on. I have heat bond on the back of some of this fabric already that I started to cut out. This is actually already heat bonded on, so I'm going to go just do the edge with a zigzag on my machine. And yeah, I mean, all the applique is going to be kind of annoying, not gonna lie, but overall, I think it'll look pretty good. I'm not 100% sure how to do this little heart. I think I'm gonna have to applique it, but stitching it down is gonna be kind of hard, along with the glimmer in the eye. But I don't really see how I'm gonna, I guess I could hand sew it. I can't do it on the machine. Yeah, I might end up hand sewing that. Okay. So just like the instructions say, I'm gonna do all of that applique first, then attach it, do the applique on the head and the body, and then it has a back facing piece that you sew together so the edges are all finished. So yeah, the applique is, one second, let me turn you back around. The applique is going to definitely be the most time consuming part of this, and like figuring out how big to make it and stuff so that she looks like Pandy Paws. It's not gonna be perfect, but I want her to look like Pandy Paws. So I'm gonna work on that for just a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna edit this video together. I know it was probably kind of random that I dove into life at the beginning, but it just felt weird to post a video when I haven't. I think it's only been 2 weeks, but feels like a long time, like I said. It was an unplanned extension of a kind of planned break. So I just wanted to explain. Also, I haven't been replying to comments because I just haven't. To reply to comments, I want to actually feel like engaging in a conversation and actually talking to you, not just reply to reply, and I was not there. But I've been getting to a couple of them because I'm getting excited again, and I'm feeling more my normal self. But yeah, I'm gonna work on this for just a little bit longer and then call it a night, because Brady has been waking up in the middle of the night and I need to make sure that I am getting sleep. But yes, I'm planning to have a Friday sews video, so check back in on Friday to see how this project is going. Like I said, my niece's birthday is next weekend, so I need to kind of finish it up in the next couple days so I can get it in the mail. I don't think it'll be too bad once I get all the applique done. And it does seem like my old machine is up to the task, which is good. I was a little worried because I haven't been using it, but it seems good to go. That does it for today's video. I'm sure there are more things I wanted to talk about that I forgot to talk about, but that happens every video. I will see you guys on Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. More, okay. Oh, I'm splashing it everywhere. This is the perfect soup for a day like today. More? Okay, I'm going to take one more bite. Oh, you know what? I don't need a spoon. Are you going to have some? Oh, you need the spoon back? There you go. You're eating with the spoon. You're so silly. Did you know that you're silly, silly? Sorry, I'll probably cut most of that out, but